Hello, guys. If you are new here, welcome to Wine Wednesday. If you're returning, welcome back. And as promised, this is part 2 of my life update because if you didn't see, last week on Wine Wednesday, I did a life update which was interrupted shortly into it through tears. So I just stayed on one subject, which was getting to achieve certain milestones in my career. One of them being getting to film a video with Neo, which was really cool. We're not crying today though, guys. What I'm drinking today is a Cab Sav. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you guys a life update, what's been going on, why the videos have been a bit more sporadic as I would have liked, and just we're gonna get personal. We're gonna get into it. Let's just get into it. So I'm also going to see if I can film this with no edits. Like, I want this to be as raw as possible so you guys truly do get to know me. As you can see, like, no full beat either. I was in the middle of, before I film every video, like, get ready, do makeup, lashes, all of that. And I was like, actually, you know what? No. Let's just sit down. I wanted to get into it as soon as possible. So I don't even have any notes. We're just going to hopefully make sense. So as I don't even know where I got to in the last video, but one of my goals at the start of this year is I really wanted to get into presenting. That is a career path I definitely want to go down and feel like I'd really enjoy. So I say it was my goal at the start of the year. It was a goal before that even. When was it I first got the idea? I want to say, if not 2021, at the very start of 2022. So and so this year I feel like I've been really working towards that and it's going well. So for example, I did my first press junket for Rye Lane, and that was really, really, really cool. Like, I really enjoyed that. I was so excited. When did that happen? That was in, I remember when that happened. It was around like February time, I want to say. Do you know, I'm going to be so honest with you guys. The reason I remember is because at the time, fun fact about me, I don't know how fun this is. I remember times in my life around whoever it is I was dating at the time. So I remember after I did that first press junket, the person I was dating, he met me after, took me out to celebrate. It was really nice. That's how I know it was February. Anyways, did my first press junket then, went really well. And then, my appetite for it was awoken, and I was like, this is a really cool way to get into presenting. And then I got to do another one for Little Mermaid, and that was, I want to say, around April, May. Probably around May. So that was really cool. I was really building up my own, my own path, my own space within the junkets. Like, I do this thing called the Leoni Joyce plot twist quiz, and I realized I really enjoyed that, so I worked that into the Little Mermaid press junket I did with Javier Bardem, and I saw the film and then asked questions, and it would start out like we're speaking about the film, and then it was something like completely different, which is a really fun process, and I enjoy it because I get to learn. When I decide what questions it is, I have to learn about the person to find the questions, if that makes sense. So really enjoyed that. And then so I felt like I was on a roll. People were getting to see another side to me. And then obviously the strikes happened. So there were no press for film. Like, I had just done a junket, which I think I might put out now actually. But obviously in support of the strike, I couldn't put out that junket. So that was a bit disheartening, but obviously there was a bigger picture here. So I was a bit like down about it. I was like, after the strikes are over, will I be like forgotten about? Because I'd only done 2 junkets. It's easy for them to just, when things pick back up, I may not be at the forefront of their mind. But lo and behold, the strikes were lifted and everything like that. And then I got to do a junket for, I literally just did it. Oh, Hunger Games. Which, okay, first of all, whoa. Hunger Games. That is like, I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. And I remember the reason, even that film, like, I remember watching it growing up, and then even me and my siblings, like me, my sister, and my brother, Hunger Games has a special place in our hearts, because there was one moment we were around my sister's house, just like chilling. I don't remember, maybe it was around Christmas period, I can't remember. And we were like, oh, let's watch a film on, I feel like it was Sky Box Office or something. And we were like, oh, let's watch Hunger Games. And how much was it? Like maybe £2 to rent it or something. And we're like, okay, if we divide it by 3, what is that? It's nothing. Let's get it. So we go and get it. And then it starts to play, because I had already seen the first Hunger Games. I was like, guys, we'll enjoy this. Go to press play. I'm like, ooh, this ain't the first Hunger Games. And it was Mockingjay. We always like shout Mockingjay at each other randomly because of this now. So we had to get all the ones prior to it. I think there were 2 films before. And then we finally got to watch the one we originally bought at the first time. So yeah, Hunger Games, special place in my heart. So to get to do the press junket for, by the way, guys, Hunger Games, the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. I feel like I said, long time, I always get it wrong. But yes, highly recommend watching. Like, of all of them, this might be my favorite. There's so many, is it lessons or things that just emulate life? Like, so much conversation can come from it. After watching the screening, I left the screening, it was with other people that were doing press, and everybody had different reactions. I was like, wow, and I was touching on, this is very reflective of life right now, so many lessons. And then someone else was just crying and was like, I don't even know if I can cover this, like, but not in a way of she didn't like the film, it just touched home so much for them. And then someone else was like, actually, no, I won't say what they said because it was really funny, but also it might give away the film, and I'm not a fan of spoilers. But yes, such a great film, so definitely go and watch it. So yeah, to now get to go and do the press junket, and I really enjoyed it. And when I was in there, because I remember after my first press junket, which was Rye Lane, so nervous, but I remember there was a girl in there with me who was running the whole like press junket and everything, and we walked out and she was like, and I was like, she's like, you did so good, and we were like really excited. And I'll never forget that moment, because you want that reassurance, because I was nervous, I just had no idea. And even going to do the Little Mermaid press junket, somebody had done theirs just before me, and like something went wrong and they came out and they were a bit upset, and that got me a bit nervous, like, oh my god. But I just had to get in the zone and go in there, and it did go well. And then this time doing Hunger Games, I was like, before you go in, the best way to describe it is like, I used to be part of the dance team at university, and we'd do like dance shows. And before I'd go on stage, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Feel like I'm going to be sick. Performance anxiety is a thing. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But the minute you get on stage, it's showtime, it's go time. And you're doing things you wouldn't even think you'd normally do. Like, you spice it up a bit more. And then when you get off stage, you're like, I want to do that all over again. And that's what junkets are like. So even with Hunger Games, for example, I remember, obviously, before doing the junket, you look up the people who you're going to be interviewing. So it was Hunter Schafer and Josh Andre Rivera. And a lot of times when I'm doing these junkets, these are actors maybe I wouldn't have heard of prior to. And then when I'm doing my research to find the right questions to ask them, I'm like, oh, damn. This is someone big. So like, for example, Hunter Schafer, who I haven't watched Euphoria, but it's actually on my list of shows I really want to get into. I think during this Christmas period, I'm going to get into it and start watching it. Anyway, massive. And she is such a vibe, by the way. Like, meeting these people in these, it's an intimate setting. You're sat basically how I'm sat here, and they're just opposite you. And like, prior to starting the questions, I just bounce off a few conversationally, like just have a quick little chat just to build up a rapport, get their vibe, so I know how it is I'm going to present these questions to them and everything. What is my vibe in this interview? And but she, like, both of them were amazing, but Hunter is just, her energy was, there was something about it that was just so, like, I would want to go for drinks with her. That's the best way to describe it. Like, I would have a great conversation with her. But yeah, so the interview was great. And when you think about it, like, this is a big star that I'm sat opposite, but yeah, you just get into performance mode and it's as if I'm just talking to one of my friends. So yeah, I did that. And then like the next week, I want to say, I did a press junket for Wish, and that was my first time interviewing 2 people in one day. So it was Ariana DeBose, who voices Asha in Wish, which is Disney's animated film celebrating 100 years of Disney. And the second person was Julia Michaels, who is wrote a lot of the music for the film. So it's been in the past few weeks where I've been meant to have been uploading more Wine Wednesdays. I've been like going to press junkets, so I'm having to do those. But then obviously you've got the screenings before that, and then the premiere. So like my weeks have been stacked up with so much that there isn't enough time for me to, like, with these Wine Wednesdays, film. And on top of that, I've been trying to I was reviewing Love Island Games, and even then I couldn't do as much as I would have wanted to, because when I put out a review of Love Island Games, there's a certain way I want it to look and edit it and have the time to do that. So it's not just it takes like the process of like from filming to editing 4 or 5 hours, which out of my day when it's really packed has been hard, but it's a good problem to have. And those reviews were something I wanted to do so I could showcase, like I said, I want to get into presenting, so showcase that side to me as well. So that is why my YouTube has been so scattered with videos. Wine Wednesday has not been as smooth sailing as I would have wanted. And there were moments I felt really bad about it, felt guilty, because that was one of my goals. I'm making Wine Wednesday a thing. Every Wednesday we're posting Wine Wednesday. And when I'm someone that, like, once it's on paper, written down, you want to commit to it. So I feel bad, but I had to give myself a pep talk and say, okay, you didn't commit like you wanted to. You didn't post every week like you said you were going to, but you're still posting. Don't be so hard on yourself, because I can easily do that. So I'm glad I did, because I gave myself some grace, and there's still time to do a lot more Wine Wednesdays, and I'm planning to keep this a thing, because this is where I can come and talk to you guys and keep you updated as well. And like, hopefully this community, we grow, and it's the place where I'm like, oh my God, guys, guess what? You'll never guess what. And so far, like, the small comments I get here and there in these comment sections, I feel like, yeah, we are building a community, and I want this to be the place where people truly get to know me. And I feel like the last video, boy, did you get to know me. I'm a bit of a crybaby at times. No, I can be emotional. I cry in most films, I'll be honest. But as you saw in that video, I was so surprised because the emotions of everything going on hadn't really hit me. And as I explained in that video, it was something I had been struggling with, like being in this industry, being a content creator. Like, you are your brand and you are the hardest on yourself, because if things aren't working out in a way in which you would want to, it's no fault other than your own. If your video is not doing as well as you'd want, it's like your thought process is, okay, people don't like me enough. Why? What am I doing wrong? How can I do better? If that makes sense. So yeah, I think maybe I should have made notes, because I don't know if I'm addressing everything I would have wanted. Maybe we'll do a life update part 3. But the main gist of things is, yes, presenting is something I'm working really hard in getting into and trying to take the right steps. So I was saying, like, this year I want to end it on a high. Oh my God, something else that happened. Got to interview Iris Star, thanks to Meta. I'll post a few clips of that, but that was like amazing. Her vibe was really nice. She obviously, I've done a lot of videos to her songs, and she, most times, 9 times out of 10, she comments and stuff. So she remembered me and she was like, oh my God. I remember her even saying, like, I thought you were from America. I didn't realize you were British. But yeah, it was a really fun interview. So this is something I do, like presenting is something I really want to get into. So I'm trying to like put out as much this year, end on a high, so that starting next year we start strong and people do view me as someone that, yeah, let's get Leoni on board for this, or she'd be fun, or do you know what, let's do Leoni's plot twist quiz. And there's a few things coming up this year still that I'm really excited about, and just, yeah. So I'm just trying to get my name out there with presenting, still doing dance videos. That's where I started here on YouTube. It's crazy. That's how my channel started here, dance videos. So still doing the Leoni Joyce edit videos. I need to film one at some point. And also, do you know what? I'm going to say this here and now, so I have to stick with it. The vlogs are coming back. I'm going out today. When this video is live, I am going to be in the midst of afternoon tea with a guy called Danola, he's so lovely. I've met him a few times. And this is another thing I really enjoy about being in this industry. You meet people, really interesting, cool people, and there's certain people I meet and I'm like, I want to go one-on-one and just like get to know you, which is something I really enjoy. I always say I enjoy meeting new people, getting to know new people. Do I enjoy making new friends? Not as much. Which sounds crazy, but it takes a long time for me to class someone as a friend. Like, great example, one of my closest friends. He's actually one of my closest friends now. Joseph, met him in sixth form, so I was 18. So that's 13 years ago. And we spoke daily, do you know what I mean? But he only... And then obviously you go away to uni, you don't see each other. But he only became my friend a few years ago when we truly connected. That's why I always say, like, it takes more than just you know each other for a long time. That means nothing to me. Two of like my bestest of friends, right? Dion and Lisa. Ooh, shout out Flossy Flossy. I knew them, again, met them in sixth form. And with them, we spent a lot more time. Joseph, I'd speak to him every now and then when I'd see him, like, yeah. But with them, they were like people I got on really well with. But then we went away to uni, different unis, speak every now and then while we're at uni. But it wasn't until we were done uni and we started going out, meeting up more, hanging out as a trio, and then decided, let's go away on holiday. And we went to LA together. And then after that, because we survived some things together, maybe that will be a separate video. Maybe I'll do a story time on my first trip to LA, because I said the fact that they still want to see me after that, because I put them through some things. The fact that they still want to see me after that, and there was a bond that was built there, that even through your BS, like at my core, I still love you and I'm not going to mistreat you or anything like that. I was like, they are my friends. They are like, ugh. So yeah, again, it took time because that was... Anyway, but yeah. I digress. That is a life update anyway, and a little insight into friends, okay? And update that I will be doing vlogs, because I thought to myself, I'm very fortunate the life I get to live, like if fun events I get to go to. I want to bring you guys along. Like I said, I want you guys to get to know me more. So yeah, vlogs are coming back. If my manager Chloe is watching this, yeah, I said it. So you can pull me up on it if you don't see them. I'm laughing because we literally have this conversation monthly. She's like, so what happened to the vlogs? I'm like, yeah, they're coming, and no vlogs. But this time, especially Christmas period, I have a lot of fun things, like today going for afternoon tea. By the way, love afternoon tea. I've got a few of them planned, well, 2 the side of this year, and other fun Christmassy things. So Yes, vlogs are back. I'm trying to get into presenting. I'm in a place of content. Like, I'm taking in that I am living the life in which I wished and dreamed for. Is it exactly what I wish and dream for? Not yet, but we're on the path to that. And I want to document this journey and you guys see it. So that's where we're at. That is my life update. To Wine Wednesday, and yeah, let me go edit this video, get it out for you guys, and then head off to afternoon tea. So yeah, that is all. Guys, as always, I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff I meant to ask you to do, please do. And I'm just rambling now, and I don't really know how to end this. So I'm just gonna go.